Every project I say, relish every moment because you don't what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen next, and enjoy it for what it is, for where you're at now. Is there imposter syndrome sometimes? Absolutely. Are there moments when you're like, oh, my, you work it through.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of Talent Agent Talk, where we are bringing you educational lessons and real-life stories behind the scenes of TV and film sets. I'm your host and a talent agent, Jason Lockhart, and today we have a very, very special guest with a bazillion credits. Her name is Zele.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Great to be here.
Great to have you, Zele.
Thank you.
And because I feel like you have so many credits, I would love to kind of pick your brain about some maybe specific auditions that you've had that stand out to you. Maybe really good or really bad or both.
So, a memory I will never forget is my callback for Hillbilly Elegy. It was the first time I actually met Tara and Chase in person, and it was at 6 Gem Studios. I go in for my callback. Ron Howard was the director of it. He's sitting behind the casting table. I go into this room. Tara's really nervous, and I look at her. She looks at me. Hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And this has never happened before. Ron Howard gets up, walks around the table, comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I'm Ron Howard, and your name is?" And I'm like, "Zele Avradopoulos." He goes, "So, Zele," he goes, "great to have you here." He introduces everybody. There's only like 3 other people. And he goes, "And you're going to be reading with Tara and what we're doing." And he kind of says, "I want this, 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 this. And it's going to be an improv. And, let's just have fun with it, okay?" Because he got up and treated me like an equal and made it a point to connect with me, it put me at ease. It put Tara at ease. And then we just had fun.
Wow.
And he was just so grounded and down to earth. Like, "Hey, yeah, I'm Ronnie." Boom. And then one of the worst auditions I've had was a callback for Little Women, Gerwig. So I'm in this little tiny room. It's in Boston. It was actually the Friday before I moved to Atlanta. Before my 50th birthday, so 6 years ago to this day, I had my callback for, I'm going to be 56.
We're still playing 41.
Okay, good. Cool. No problem. So I'm in this callback. There's a lot of Boston actors there. It's Greta Gerwig. We're in this little tiny room. I do my audition. She had sides out. So I literally looked at casting and said, "Hey, I'd also like to read this role too. May I?" And that was a major no-no in Boston. You just did not do that. But I'm like, "Hey, I'm leaving, so who cares?" And Greta was very gracious. Like, "Yeah, go ahead." And she says to me, "Just read the lines. I want to hear it." What does Zele, the actor, do?
You put your script down? Started acting?
I started acting. And you know how you feel the energy in the room shift?
Because she gave you a note and you specifically didn't take it.
No. You could just feel the energy. She was like,
It's like she got mad.
Not mad, just like, "I just told you what I needed." She needed to hear it because she's a writer. So she just wanted to hear the voice to see if it would match what she had envisioned. So yeah, that was one of those, I still remember that.
So you didn't book that one?
Obviously, no.
No.
But you remember those moments, you know?
Yeah. But you do have a very exciting booking for what just came out.
Yes.
Let's talk about Juror number 2, because I know this was a long process as well.
Yeah. It was
shooting before and after the strike.
Yes, we shot all of June. I wasn't there so Juror number 2 started shooting in June, I believe, and we shut down the day the strike was announced. Not a lot of people know this. I guess I can share it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So the Clint Eastwood team thought that they could continue filming during the strike because they were going to use the On Golden Pond rule.
Oh, yeah.
Because do I share about On Golden Pond quickly? Or
Sure.
So On Golden Pond was filmed in 1980s, and in 1980 there was an actor strike, a SAG strike, and Henry Fonda's team reached out to SAG and said, "Hey, Mr. Fonda's very old. He's 89 years old. He's been sick. Can we continue filming, and can you make an exception for this because of Henry Fonda's age and because of his experience?" And SAG made an exception due to Henry Fonda's and his age. The Clint Eastwood team thought they could do it again.
I remember that.
And they really thought that it would work. Unfortunately, other things were happening behind the scenes that had nothing to do with Mr. Eastwood. And they're like, nah, no go. So we shut down, we leave. And then I think Wednesday, right when the strike was announced that they had resolved it, it was like a Wednesday night. Friday morning, all of us got an email from the first AD saying, can you be on set the Saturday before Thanksgiving? We're ready to go. So they must have known. And boom, we were right on set the Saturday right before Thanksgiving last year at this time. And we were there until December 20th.
Yeah, such a long process.
Yeah.
Do you remember the audition?
Yes. Meaning you got this audition, Clint Eastwood film. You don't want to go into your head. That's the other thing. You have to let go what the project is and who's involved. I did my research.
It's just acting.
It's just acting. Went in, we did it, played with it, had a little bit of improv, but not a lot, and just sent it off. That was like May 2023. Didn't hear anything. It was like May 5th. I don't know why I remember the date. And then boom, about a month later, I got the call
was
that
a while.
Yeah, it took a while. It took a while.
They do with a big beast kind of a film like that. I remember Richard Jewell took a long time to cast.
Yeah, so I don't know what the process was, but when I got that email, oh my gosh. I mean, it was a dream. I mean, it's a dream come true when you see certain people and they're legends in the field, and just to be able to work, and the cast was incredible.
And then you got to work with him for weeks.
We got to work for weeks, but what was really cool about this is it didn't have the same stress. So juror number 2, basically I was a juror. I'm the 13th juror. And it was one of those films where the jurors had some stress, but we didn't have all the stress of being number 1 through number 10.
Oh.
So we were part of the team. We got to watch the others work. We got to learn and soak up information, but not the stress of producing every day on cue, whatever. And the reputation of some cases he just does one take continued. There are other times where more takes were done. So that was an incredible experience. The biggest one was that it was finally my day to shoot my scene, and we do a rehearsal, and we do our little thing, and I do my little thing. And, you know, there's Mr. Eastwood, 95 years old, and he's just sitting there looking at the little screen because his video village was right on set, and he's looking at his video village, and then he kind of turns to his producer, and he goes, she's funny. Turns and walks away. I mean, when Clint Eastwood says you're funny, you're like, okay.
You made it.
Oh, Bria Brimmer was on the set with me. She's playing
Bria.
the bailiff.
Bria, we got to get you on here.
Yeah. So Bria's right. They do this shot. So it's Bria, Nicholas Holt, me. Okay. She walks in, and it was her last day on set. So she was emotional. And then Nicholas comes in and goes over in his direction. And then I have my little dialogue. The moment happens when Mr. Eastwood says, hey, she's funny. And I turn to Bria, and I've got tears in my eyes, and I go, Mr. Eastwood said I was funny. And she goes, girl, stop. I'm going to start crying too. And we're both like, it's priceless. Priceless.
Hey, actors, let me grab your attention for a quick moment because our incredible 3-day event is coming up. This is one of my favorite events of the entire year, the Southeast Actor Summit. And you probably already know that Atlanta is the heart of the Southeast, but the entire Southeast market really is one of the best markets that you could be diving into. And if you're not already working in this market, you probably should. There's so many opportunities. And so this is a great way to dive in. We bring in some of the best instructors here in Atlanta to help guide you and move you forward in your craft, while also including different agents and casting directors, so you can truly get that behind the scenes peek at how to move your journey and your career forward. So I really hope you'll join us. There's more information in the description, so check that out. But if you truly want to not only work in the Southeast, but thrive here in the Southeast, this is a must-attend event, period. So I hope to see you there, the Southeast Actor Summit.
And you don't know when you get up and go to set that day that you're going to get to experience something like that.
No.
You know,
This
that's
is
not
what-
the focus. The focus is go do your job and look
This
at
is
the
what you live-
rewards that come.
These are the things that you do, the art. Those are the moments. Boy, I'm getting emotional. It's the Greek in me. Those are the moments that help you through the ebbs and the flows. Those are the moments where you're like, it's going to be okay because this happened. Those are the stories that you share with other people to inspire, to empower them that it can happen.
I couldn't agree more. I'm such a big believer in remembering the weight of a resume with a bunch of credits on it. I hear all the time from actors who they let desperation creep in and they let horrible emotions get the better of them because they don't know what's coming. They can't see the future. But you know what? In any career, you can't see the future. In any relationship, you have no idea what's coming a few months from now. But if you can look back and be like, but look how great this relationship has been. Look how great this experience or this work, this career, this resume, it will continue.
And what's wonderful is when you work with artists of that caliber to see how down to earth and collaborative they are. And they're comfortable with who they are and their authenticity. It just it puts you at ease. And you don't feel like there's quite a hierarchy that may be in other situations. And for me personally, it was just an experience if I never work again, boy, is that a great project to be, you know what I mean?
But you will work again.
Yes. That was up there with Hill. And that's what I do with every project. Every project I say, relish every moment because you don't know what's going to happen next, and enjoy it for what it is, for where you're at now. Is there imposter syndrome sometimes? Absolutely. Are there moments when you're like, what am I doing? You work it through.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting, talking about what you're going to do next? Like, I have zero idea what your next booking will be. But I have 1,000,000% confidence that there will be another one.
Thank you.
You know? And I think when we can operate like that and then just do the work as it comes in with reality, you're just working. You have a career. You're a working actress, you know?
And every audition to me is a chance to play.
And somebody important will see it.
Yeah. Like, what was it? Last week, I was a neurotic director for one project. I was a forensic lab assistant for another project. And I also read for parole officer. And nowhere in the world, and there's no other industry, because I've worked in other industries, is there a career where you get to be so many different people?
Right? Sometimes in the same day.
In the same day, yeah. And I mean, if they were to steal my laptop, they would probably wonder if they're like, who is this crazy lady? Because we have forensics expert, and then, there's a drug dealer and all sorts of fun stuff to do your research. And that's so much fun.
Yeah.
Is that I'm lucky that I get to play, and someone's going to see it. My readers, my audience, meaning I get to play.
Mm-hmm. And the casting director will see it.
Yeah.
And that's why they keep giving you auditions, because you show up every time, whether or not you book it.
Because you don't know. The best quote I heard was Tim Phillips. If you ever see the book, you audition for your career. You audition for your career, not the job. And that just opened up the world to me, because you don't know where one little audition, what you think is little, can take you. You just don't know.
I couldn't agree more. Well, I know you're also an educator, so I feel like, I would love to kind of, in summary, take the plethora of work that you've done and just say, is there any other really great lesson that you believe wholeheartedly will help other actors if they could hear it right now?
So Tom Hanks had an interview, and it really resonated with me, and I follow those rules. My life motto is bring love and laughter, joy and laughter wherever I go. And Tom Hanks, show up on time. Be kind, know your lines, and hit your mark. I've been on the production end, and I have great respect for crew and everybody involved behind the scenes. And I've been given a gift to play, and it's my responsibility to be kind, know my lines, hit my mark, show up on time, if not early.
When you make it sound so easy, like that. There's a reason why you get rehired.
It's to be respectful to everybody. It's not just about the budget and the studios and the producers and that. It's about that PA who's been there probably 2 hours before you were there. It's about locations. Your call time is at 7:15, let's say. They've been there at 5 o'clock. They probably got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go get the trucks, to arrive on set, to set it up. So your little wagon, your little trailer is warm or cool or clean or whatever. The least I could do is show up with a smile, treat them with respect, be on time, and know my lines.
Well, you even did that on that awful one. Remember that one where you had to sit in your car? They didn't even have a trailer for you. You were like, I was sitting in my car for hours.
Yeah, it was a late night shoot. I was there at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And somehow you like laughed it off and were still positive and still finished the project.
Yeah, that was an interesting project because we were in a really bad section of town in a hotel that was kind of scary. Okay.
I mean, we were worried for you, but you still handled it somehow.
So at one point, I'm half asleep at 1 o'clock in the morning. I wake up because there's I guess it was a couple that may have been drug dealers or on something. And the guy walks by with some food. And then I see the girl walk by with the food. And I'm just kind of sitting there going, oh, my God. And SAG got mad at me because I didn't call, because I didn't want to wake up anyone at 2 o'clock in the morning and be like, hey, this is not cool. And set did offer for me to have a hotel room, but that place was so scary. I was afraid to stay in a hotel room. Oh, it would be in a hotel room with a whole bunch of people that I didn't know. And it was still the COVID testing. And so I sat in my hotel room. My car.
Your car. You got through it.
We got through it. You do what you're not gonna walk away from that. You're not gonna do that at that point.
And then I'm pretty sure we had to chase down the money too.
We did have to. We had to chase down the money. I think, and I don't think it was out of greed. I think it was out of skill set. I think it was a young producer, and they didn't realize certain things that needed to be followed. I have no idea what happened to that project.
Which I think is the case a lot of the times. There are a lot of rules. And I think they're broken off and not intentionally. But sometimes they are intentional.
And we need to be and one needs to be on their toes. That's what I love about Alex Collinson's The Approach. And there's really good Facebook groups and our SAG-AFTRA office here local. Wonderful. The minute I reached out and said, hey, A, B, C, D, boom, they were on it. Get in, do this, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we're set. Atlanta's precious.
Hey, are you a parent of a young actor? Then you're going to want to pay attention to this because Get Seen Studios has what we call our Rising Star program. This program is incredible. It is a monthly program that puts you in front of an industry pro every single month and focuses on what a young actor needs to be focusing on, which is auditions. So every single month, we focus on either theatrical auditions or commercial auditions so they can be set up for success when they get an agent, or if they already have an agent, to really succeed at these auditions and even begin to make money at this. So we bring in different industry pros every single month and agents and casting directors, and then work on those auditions. So if this sounds like something that you would like to get your child or a friend that has a child involved in, all you need to do is email risingstar@getseenstudios.com, and we will let you try your first month for just $1 a class. That's right, only $1 a class. All you got to do is email us, and we will get you all set up and ready to go to improve those auditions, and then also get in front of those industry pros, because we are Get Seen. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely. Well, it's precious having you here.
Well, thank you. It's been great.
So if you were to have a dream role, last question, is there something out there that you just really would be excited about? More so than others?
I thought this about long time. To me, the dream role would be working with high caliber actors that are positive, grounded, and collaborative.
That's so much different than my dream role for you would be.
But in terms of, I could name off different actors, and my marketing pitches mix Kathy Bates with Melissa McCarthy. But for me, it's the collaboration on Hillbilly Elegy, the collaboration on Mr. Eastwood's Juror number 2, Sweet Magnolias. It doesn't matter the project. It is a good, solid, collaborative environment where you're respected.
I love that. And you deserve that.
We all do.
But I would love to see like your art teacher from Welcome to Flatch become a series regular.
Oh, that would be awesome.
You know, or your Stranger Things character to come back and have something to do.
Yeah,
you know?
or the clueless lady that boom will kill you. You know what I mean? The switch.
Great.
You know, that you don't know what's going to happen next, and it's a little scary. What could happen? Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah.
That's great. Well, I hope it happens.
Thank you. I hope so too.
And for being here, I do have a
that's
free
right.
card
I
that
heard
you've
about
won.
these. Okay,
Feel
all right.
free to reach in there.
No.
Don't look, don't look.
I'm not looking. I can't say anything. And it's a cool black. Oh, it's a
What'd you get?
truck. I got a
You
truck.
got a truck?
I got a truck. I not only got
Dodge Ram
I got
Rebel.
a 2020 Ram, and I drive a Toyota Corolla. Okay, so this is fun.
That
Thank
is
you.
fun. That's a good car for you.
Thank you.
Well, Zele, thank you for being here, for giving us your time. Thank you to everybody for watching.
It's been awesome. Thank you,
She's
Jason.
a true legend. So everything she has lived and is doing is really valuable. I hope you got something out of today. And thank you for being here.
Thank you, and I couldn't be where I'm at without you.
It's team effort. It takes a whole
team. Takes a team
of people to get ahead in this industry. And that said, if you also have an exciting booking story with a lesson learned and want to share it on our show, feel free to pitch it directly to us. It's talentagenttalk@gmail.com. Again, that is talentagenttalk@gmail.com. Thank you so much.
Thanks again so much for watching. And if you loved that story and were interested to learn more about the casting office that actually cast that show, then I have some really cool news, because our sister show, Get Seen Unscripted, actually had them on the show. So you'll see it right here. Do not miss that episode. Over an hour on one-on-one with that casting director, talking about things that they like, don't like, to help give you the edge in your next audition. So thanks again so much for tuning in and watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you on the next one.